Hello, Internet. As promised, commentary, courage to be disliked. Brief, I hope. Starting with a quote, and that quote goes like this. But if you change your lifestyle, the way you give meaning to yourself in the world, then the way you interact with the world, as well as your behavior, both will have to change. So what does that mean? That means change starts with you. And it's exactly the same in a leadership context. Leaders have to take the first step. That's why they're there. People look to leaders for that example, for that direction, for that guidance. So, how does the courage to be disliked fit in with all of this stuff? Well, two ways. First, the courage to make that change, to take those first steps. I don't want to diminish that in any way because those can be the hardest steps to take. That initial moment of inertia, to overcome that can be extraordinary. But as you start to make that change, and in a leadership context, when we're pursuing the best outcomes, we need the courage to be disliked. When we're changing, we need the courage to be disliked because, as the laws of physics tell us, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So, as you begin to change your behaviors, as you begin to interact with the world in a different way, inevitably it will interact with you in a different way. Sometimes that will be positive, sometimes it will not be. In the leadership context, again, the same parallels. That best outcome is not going to be popular across the board. Some people will just flat out want to actively resist it. Some people will passively resist it. But as a leader, you know in your head, in your heart, in your gut, if you have tested this hypothesis and you know it is the best course of action, it is not about popularity. It is not about one particular opinion. If it is, if one person or one entity or a group of people or whatever, if they hold so much sway and influence over your decision making that you won't make change that you know you need in your own life, or as a leader, you will sacrifice the best outcome because you lack the courage to be disliked. Man. We're not going to get that change. We're not going to get the leadership that we need. So the anecdote that I will leave you with. In 2 instances during my career, I have left high-level positions. I resigned as a chief of staff to become a corporate vice president and general counsel, and I left that position years later to start my own company. And I can tell you with 100% certainty, when I left those roles, my employers were not happy to see me go. I mean, that's a good thing for me, but there was my fork in the road. There was my choice. There was my question. Do I have the courage to disappoint this person? Do I have the courage to be maybe temporarily disliked? God, it might not even be permanent. Moment of courage to say that, no, this is the right thing for me. In my head, in my heart, in my gut, everywhere, deep down, I know that I have to do this. And I know that you don't like that decision, but I have to do it anyway. That's the courage to be disliked. So, anyway, that's it for tonight. You want to know more? Reach out, ascentmethod.com. Hit me up. Thanks for watching.